Timeout. Do you see what happened there? 3 things. Every emblem removal job truly is different. Every sticker, every emblem, every year, every color. Just like us as unique little snowflakes, we're all unique. So I get it. The temptation is real. The struggle is real. Do I do it myself or do I hire a guy like Darren, who's a professional, who's literally done hundreds of these jobs? And I feel your pain because once again, it is real and significant. In this situation, the other 2 things are this. When I saw these, I thought, first off, they're black. Generally, that's not stock. It's an upgraded option. I could tell by the year of the truck that something's going on. It's like, oh, check it out. The guy or the previous owner, I know he's owned the truck for a year, but I did not verify whether he's the previous owner or not. Case being is they put an overlay. So instead of taking off the emblems and putting official blacked out emblems from the factory on, what they do is they make these, plastic, cheap, label it however you want, overlays that you can put right over the emblem itself and go from chrome to black in a matter of minutes. There's a problem with that. One is when a guy like myself or you as an owner are trying to do it, it becomes problematic because when you're using the heat gun, it's going to want to melt this plastic because that's what the overlay is nothing but plastic. It's going to want to melt that before it actually heats up the double-sided tape. That's not necessarily a problem in every situation because as you saw in the video, I was able to slice through it without heating it up. The real problem with this is that the plastic, unlike the original chrome emblem, which is held in place by double-sided tape, is actually held slightly off of the paint itself. So the thickness of that tape, as small as it is, holds that emblem off of the paint. This overlay sits down flush against the paint. So over time, what will happen is that overlay will literally abrade a pattern to the outline of this, unlike the pattern that will also abrade given it enough time with original equipment. This will just happen quicker and it will be a different pattern, as in slightly larger because it's an overlay. So this butts up right against the paint. Why is that a problem? Because when you take it off, if it has been on there long enough and it's vibrated over time as you have driven down the road, it's going to literally create an edge. It's going to wear a pattern into the clear coat. So when you take it off, you could do a perfect job removing the emblem, removing the double-sided tape, the adhesive, but then you're still gonna have an outline that was abraded into it from this overlay. That's why it becomes a different problem. Gee, do I know how to use a buffer? Gee, do I have to wet sand it because it's significant enough? Once again, that's why every case literally is unique.
Perfect.
So those stickers, that was the third point I want to make, is those stickers also, Toyota makes stickers often, but not in every case, based on the year of the truck, it seems to be. Some of those stickers just want to peel off or break apart in little sections. It's hard to get a nice clean peel on that sticker. So that's why in the first attempt, which is my normal attempt, is you heat it up and I can get a nice clean peel. So in the second one, I said, screw this, I'm going with the eraser wheel. See how much quicker it was, which just further illustrates the point that every job truly is unique. So what you've got to be able to do is receive that input. What are you getting in the moment? And you've got to make adjustments. Okay, sticker, it's being difficult, it's breaking apart. Is the heat gun the best, most efficient way to remove this? Maybe I should default to the eraser wheel. Do I have an eraser wheel? So these are all the things, if you're a DIYer, that you're going to be up against, possibly based on your own unique situation. Okay, back to the job.